Despite his combative tone, Bayrou also positioned himself as open to dialogue. But as he explained, his willingness comes with strict conditions. François Bayrou said, "I am open to discussion on one condition that is non-negotiable, which is the fate of the country. I think we cannot do nothing." And proposals announced by the Social Party amount to doing nothing. Here, the Prime Minister's frustration was evident. He portrayed the socialist platform as empty gestures, accusing them of failing to provide meaningful solutions to France's pressing challenges, from public debt to investment in key sectors such as education, energy and defence. This line of argument underscores Bayrou's broader strategy: to position himself not merely as a political operator, but as a statesman defending France's future against what he sees as the complacency of his rivals. Bayrou did not shy away from acknowledging the fragility of his position. For him, the fate of governments past provides a cautionary tale. Without sufficient public support, bold policy becomes impossible. François Bayrou warned, "If I don't receive minimal support from the French and from those who represent them, then no bold policy will be possible. You will have to retreat on every measure." This happened to previous governments. And then ultimately you lose a vote of confidence. In other words, he is fully aware that his survival depends on more than procedural manoeuvres inside Parliament. It depends on convincing both lawmakers and ordinary French citizens that his vision of fiscal discipline and reform is worth defending. Confidence votes in France are rare but deeply symbolic. They evoke memories of political crises that shook the Fifth Republic in decades past. Most recently, Emmanuel Macron's governments faced no confidence threats over pension reform, but those efforts fell short. Bayrou's case may prove different because he himself has called for the vote, betting that confronting his opponents head-on will give him legitimacy, or at least clarity. This gamble carries enormous risk. Losing the vote could force his resignation and open the door for the opposition to attempt to form a government. It could also plunge France into months of instability, with early elections looming as a possible outcome. Meanwhile, the opposition smells opportunity. Olivier Faure and the Socialists have framed Bayrou as a leader clinging to power while ignoring the economic pain of French families. They argue that France needs a more redistributive economic model, higher investment in social services, and stronger protections for workers. The far-left France Unbowed has gone further, accusing Bayrou of betraying the working class and warning that his policies are indistinguishable from austerity. Faure, for his part, has been vocal about his ambitions. As Bayrou reminded viewers, Faure has openly declared his readiness to govern from Matignon. For the French public, the result is a confusing and high-stakes confrontation, one where the line between political strategy and national interest has blurred.